First of all, I want you two kids to know this is a safe space, okay? Feel free to express yourself. Don't be afraid. I sense there's an enabler here, but we'll get to that.
Hello, everybody.
Good evening. And yes, I sound a lot better. Turns out last week I set the microphone up backwards. So,
yeah. So anybody who was annoyed at me last time, it was not my fault. It was obviously Raven's fault.
Yeah. Wow.
So we've made a couple changes to our show. We've actually added 2 new segments, and we've kind of added a couple transition clips as well from segment to segment. So we're going to try to keep on schedule as much as we can. Again, obviously, we planned the stream to go for about an hour and a half, to 2 hours, kind of stopping there at 2 hours is the max. But we're going to try to keep things kind of on schedule. So we're kind of going to go through that, say hi to everybody, and then we're going to try to, within 15 minutes or so, we're going to try to get into the first topic. And yeah, so you'll see also, just for anybody new here, make sure to please take note of the fact it says in the top right corner, it says donate to our microphone fund. We are currently raising money to get Raven a better microphone. We have half of it already, and we got a little bit from you guys from the past streams. Again, no pressure to donate or anything like that. That is just something there for you to know that when you do donate, that's what it's going towards. So if you do want to donate, you know it's going to a good cause.
Yes.
Anyways, so as I said, yes, we have 2 new topics. We have 2 new topics that I mentioned on the community tab. We have media therapy and we have game therapy. And we'll actually kind of get more into that when we kind of go through things and we kind of move forward with stuff going on here. But for now, let me just, since you guys are all here, before we get into the chat, just a reminder to please like the stream.
What do you think of this? You like it?
Yes. Yes, we like it.
You don't want him to come and appear and take you into the afterlife now, do you? So you better like that stream.
And I have to we'll be back in just a moment. I forgot to get the paper to write down all the donations.
Okay, well, you wishful. Well, wait. Before you go, where is it?
I'm writing this down. This is good stuff.
Where's what?
Okay, please don't do that. Yeah, you can hear her from my mic because she's right behind me. She's right behind you. I'm just kidding. Thanks, honey. Preemptive, but deserved.
I love being me.
And I have to live with it. But anyways, so let's
hey, you married me.
Yes, I did. You remind me of that often. But okay, let's get into, we already got a couple things to go here. As I said, we're trying to keep this within 15 minutes. So we got about 9 minutes or so to go through chats. Again, we're just kind of going to go through them as quickly as we can and try to say hi to everybody as possible. Apologies if we don't make it to anybody. We're not trying to. We're just going to do what we can.
Yes.
Okay, so we have a... What?
Let's begin.
Okay, so Stephen Ransom says, release the Raven and the Master TS. I'm ready. Well, we have been released.
Wow.
We have Ashes is here with the green mark that I now know what it means. We have T Jazz Art and Comics waving.
Hello.
Hi, nice to see you. Let's see. We have Mermelade is here with the wave. Hi,
Hello.
nice to see you as well. The Great One is here. Good evening with his wrench. I know you couldn't join us last week because we did the stream earlier than usual because we had a prior commitment and we knew that kind of it was either do the stream early or don't do it at all. So we figured at least we'll do it early. That way people can kind of at least have something to watch because, yeah. Anyways, we have Neo Dark Matter says good evening all. Good evening to you as well. We have Macy Van Jansen is here. She said I saw she said she couldn't stay very long, and I appreciate you stopping in.
There's no pressure to stay long.
We have a Frankenstein is here with her wrench. Hello.
Hello.
Nice to see you. Nice to see you.
Yes,
you're always welcome here.
Yes.
Frankenstein has been a supporter of our channel from like the beginning.
Literally day one was the first to send us fan art too.
Yeah. That's actually a thing. If you guys don't know, we do have a PO box. Don't abuse it or I'll close it down. Just like I say with everything else.
You won't close it down.
Yes, I will. Don't test me.
No,
we
you
have
won't.
the profile
I won't let you.
says, "Hey guys, hope you're doing well." We are doing well. Let's keep going. We have Cesario JPN says, "I'm here." Olympus Golem of Light missed. Okay, I don't know what that
means, but hi.
But hello. Oh, must resist. Okay.
Huh?
I don't know. We don't blame the Raven around here, but we quote the Raven, don't we? But
never mind.
Oh, come on, that was pretty good. Okay, so we have a $1 super chat from
Sticker.
Ashes. Didn't say anything. That's totally fine. You don't have to say anything. But thank you so much. We have a $1.99 super chat with a super sticker of a microphone from Macy. Thank you.
Thank you.
We have Fausto Solis says clever girl, and she's responding to you being behind me.
Alan!
We have Secrets of the Past and Para-History. Says hello, everyone. Hello, nice to see you.
Hi.
We have the Fizz Chose. Okay, the
Fizz Chozo Corner.
The Fizz Chozo Corner. Okay. I'm gonna ruin everybody's name.
Okay. How about we just call him Fizz?
How about we ask him what he wants to be called or how he wants to pronounce it?
For now, I'll call you Fizz.
The Great One says he watched around the normal time you stream. Yeah, that again, that'll be a very rare thing. We're trying to stick to this as much as possible. So that's kind of the idea, is that we're trying to. Again, it might happen again, but we try to make sure that we let people know on the community tab. So if you guys haven't already, you should check the community tab periodically. Again, when it's closer to the day that we would stream, just to double check, because if there's any updates or anything going on there, we'll let you know.
Yeah, just in case.
We have Guy Gadboy says cheers to you as well. Frankenstein says I'm on medical leave currently, so I have plenty of time to watch your videos now. Oh well, I'm not happy to hear you're on medical leave. I hope it's not
you had a surgery on your wrist, right?
I feel so bad.
I think that's what it was.
I feel so bad because Twitter hates me and it won't let me see people sometimes. It just like prioritizes random people.
That's
okay.
That's Twitter.
Fizz Chozo. Okay. I'm the guy who made the cartoon about 2 robots that nobody watched. I don't know what that's referencing.
Me neither. You may have to elaborate.
A $1 super chat doesn't allow for typed messages with all I could afford this week. I had to get my phone replaced 2 days ago. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm glad you got it replaced, but please, as I said, do not worry about sending money. You do not have to. It's just we have a little thing in the corner just to remind people, because we normally don't. I know some people will only read super chats, and we don't like to do that. So I have it there.
Not to.
Yeah, I have it there. Look, if the stream starts to take off and we actually start to get so many people that we can't keep up with the chat, then that might be something we have to implement. But right now, we don't have to. So we're just going to kind of, move forward with with what we're doing. But it's just something to keep in mind. Carpal tunnel surgery. Okay, well, I'm hope it went well. We have Liam 501 says hello there to the champion of Twitter. Hope you two had a good weekend. I don't know if I would call myself the champion of Twitter, but
it's not inaccurate. I mean, it's pretty close.
Sure, it's not. The Peter Venkman fan site says, hey all, hey.
Hello.
And I think that's it. Let me double check that it's not doing the weird thing. So it seems like Twitter's working this time. That seems to discourage people from sharing it out, though. But sometimes small communities are the best communities. I'm a little confused. What are you referencing?
No idea.
Or? Referencing the stream, we kind of know. That's why we cut it out as videos, and we're kind of working on stuff. Again, this is something we're working on because it's easier for us to do, and it's that way we can involve you guys more.
It's also more fun. This way.
Yes, all I see on my For You page is you destroying people. So yes, okay, fair enough. Okay, yeah, but seriously, Jared Markham, let me know what you kind of meant by that. We'll try to address it. But yeah, I think we got the super chats. We got everything. So good. As I said, we have 2 new segments, and these are actually going to be segments that when we get to them, we will actually tell you how you guys can actually, contribute to them. So you'll be able to basically, as I said, you'll be able to let us know about. We'll go and elaborate on it when we actually get to it. But you'll be able to actually submit things to it, and we actually might react to something that you guys submit or whatever live on the show, because we want to include you guys more. So
yes, we do.
For this week, we're just kind of picking we picked 2 things that we found, and to kind of give people an idea of what we're going for, and we'll kind of go from there. Slap that like button. Yep.
Yes.
Talk about the stream and the fact that the stream is small for now. Yeah, I know. It's not. Look, if it gets bigger, it gets bigger. The fact that there's that many people who even come watch is great. We're trying to figure out how to stream to a 3rd platform as well, but that's not working out very well because it's a little bit difficult.
Yeah, Master still finds it hard to believe that so many people like us.
Yeah,
and he has 21,000 followers.
Honey, I'm gonna get through because we want to take it to about 15 minutes. I said,
right.
Hi, Daddy's here. Says evening all, evening to you. Professor R2, crowd work, the best part. Yeah, yep. Okay, and I think Frankenstein said, would you guys drink coffee if it was made with baked beans?
Probably. Are we talking about baked coffee beans or baked vegetable beans?
If it was vegetable beans, that would be weird. Anyway, going to get into our first topic already. As I said, we're going to kind of roll things forward as quickly as we can, but we are going to use our new transition clips. So you guys get to say something about that. As just a reminder for new people here, for those who don't know, we're going to do this topic like we would normally do one of our videos. We're going to talk between us, and then we're going to kind of at that point kind of take a couple minutes afterwards to kind of check in with you guys and see what you guys have to say about it. That way we can kind of clip it out and make it its own video, and so everyone wins. Okay, so let's go into the first topic. Nintendo's patent lawsuit against Palworld suggests it has shifted away from arguing character similarities to Pokemon, while Palworld's developer Pocketpair claims to be unaware of any specific patents it has infringed.
They really do, on Nintendo's part, need to be a bit more specific regarding this.
I feel they will be. Now, we all know about Palworld. It was basically touted as Pokemon with guns. It blew up for a while and then kind of settled down somewhat. I mean, it's still doing pretty well.
Most games do these days. There's a bandwagon for the new game. Everyone has to play the new game, and then the new game comes out and everyone has to play that game.
True. But this one
it's why you were late to the Palworld party.
No, it's because I'm always fashionably late to these kind of things. If someone likes something, I'm more likely to get to it eventually, but like not when everybody else is talking about it, just because I don't want to. But the point being here is that obviously Palworld was touted as Pokemon with guns, and people were noticing similarities with the creatures in Palworld, and saying that Nintendo would obviously take this as an opportunity to sue them. And actually they did make a statement on it at the time. So they did respond to it. And it seems that they were unable to find anything, at least in regards to copyright, because they are filing a lawsuit about an infringement of patent rights. So to explain kind of how this is different, a lawsuit in regards to copyright would be if they were like intellectual property, like, for example, oh, this thing looks like this one looks like a Pokemon of ours, and you just kind of swiped it and changed it a little bit, but it wasn't enough, right?
Yeah.
A patent lawsuit is a little bit different because that one involves certain game mechanics. Now, we do not know what mechanics Nintendo is saying that they're using. They have not said. But
that is true.
A lot of people have speculated based on the patents that they have, and so we're going to kind of touch on some of the things that they have mentioned just to kind of give people an idea of what might be something to keep in mind. So one of the things that they have patented here is throwing a ball to catch monsters and like breeding and using fighting and whatever. These are just patents that are like general patents about game mechanics. And
yeah, but don't some other games had the same thing?
Yes, exactly, which I was getting to is that you
even Warhammer has a faction that does it. But they do it on gods, not Pokemon.
Okay, I don't have a reference to Warhammer, but you would know better than me. But a lot of games use these kinds of things. So, what do we take away from this? We can take away from it is that perhaps option one is that it's not a patent around these kinds of things. It's possible. There could be something else we don't know about. Or they looked for anything they could to kind of get one over on Palworld because Palworld was doing so well. And
even so, this whole thing looks to be just about Nintendo getting jealous, because while Pokemon has been popular for the last 20, 30 something years, however long it's been, their games are stagnant. Every time they come out with a new game, they change the Pokemon, but the mechanics are the same. The gameplay is the same. Nothing actually changes except animation style and the monsters that you catch. Palworld was something that was similar, but also new, which is why people flocked to it so much. So either Nintendo will learn that they need to switch things up a bit, or they're just scared that they're afraid of being usurped or something. I don't know. Are they?
It could be. I don't think they're going to ever be usurped in a sense, because Pokemon, even if it's become stagnant, a lot of people know what Pokemon is, and a lot of people. It's never going to be something that no one cares about. But
Pokemon is pretty iconic.
Yes, but the thing is, they did something different. They gave us a different kind of thing. It was like Ark Survival Evolved combined with Pokemon, and it scratched an itch for multiple people that people didn't really know, and people were hoping this would be an opportunity for Nintendo to learn and grow from this opportunity, but it seems like that's not exactly what they're taking away from it.
Yeah.
Now,
I mean, Nintendo does tend to be a little petty when it comes to their IPs.
Yes, but as people you've mentioned, there are plenty of games that do kind of things. Another example is Digimon. Now, there's actually a game called Monster Hunter, I believe. I believe that's what it's called. I might not remember the exact
I thought Monster Hunter was about killing monsters to upgrade your gear.
No, there's another game. I forget the name of it right now. But Pokemon was also accused of taking characters from that to make Pokemon. So technically, if that's true, Nintendo, it might have been Monster Rancher is what it might have been. But the idea being that this is kind of something that they could potentially be guilty of themselves. Like they could potentially be guilty of themselves. And the thing is, a lot of people are saying, well, Nintendo should win, Palworld should win, Nintendo should win. Here's what I think. I think if Nintendo wins this, and it's for those reasons, again, it's possible that it's not. It's possible there's some patent that we don't know about or haven't become aware of, and maybe Palworld is doing something wrong. We don't know. But it's unlikely, I would say. However, if they're going out of here to kind of just attack Palworld because they're jealous, right?
Seems that way.
And that's what it seems like, yeah. And they actually succeed in shutting this down, it will set a terrible precedent because, as you said, there's so many games that use similar mechanics. And what? Now they're going to go after all of them too? Or only the ones that are successful? Is that what we're setting at? And
that's what it looks like.
And think of it this way. There's wider implications here. If something happens where they win this, who's to say that other companies won't get patents on certain mechanics? Oh, well, you can't ever have anybody who wears a hat with a red hat because it looks too much like Mario. Or you can't do, you know what I mean? There's so many implications that you could take away from this that could irreversibly damage the
entire brand.
Not the entire brand, but the entire gaming frontier as a whole. And so I don't think this is a good move. I think that basically what's going to end up happening here is, hopefully, best case scenario, maybe they'll settle out of court or something like that. I don't know. This is being done in Japan. So it's a bit hard to tell, but honestly, I love Palworld. I've been playing it. I was playing it right before this stream.
Land Ball is so cute. I want his plushie. Give me the Land Ball plushie. I want a Land Ball.
We'll have to see if they make one. But I really think it's a bad move. I think that the money they will spend to get this done and the amount of, good faith they will actually kind of squander would actually be more detrimental than the whatever money they may lose from this. If anything, they should learn from it. Maybe even decide, hey, Pocketpair's got some good ideas. Let's try to work something out together. But of course, Nintendo can't do that.
Yeah, because of their pettiness. Well, either way, we'll just have to wait and see.
Yep. All right, let's see what the chat has to say. We got a couple chats here. Let me scroll back up. We have people we have Wookie Be Bad is here. Says hey along.
Hello.
Okay. A patent for throwing catch for teacher. Yeah, that's what we were talking about. People are saying the transition is cool. That's cool. Haven't played Palworld in a hot minute. My pals are probably free range now. Maybe. We have Man Squatch is here. It says hello. Hello. And didn't Ghostbusters catch monsters? Yeah, they did, but it's not exactly the same thing. I mean, but as I said, it could be argued that they could like do a lot with this. Like they could literally like say, oh, well, you can never use this. Like there's so many different mechanics that could potentially be under patent that if all these companies decided that they could get away with just enforcing them, they might, which is what would be terrible. Let's see. How did Noah get all those animals on his ark? He used Pokeball tech. But
ha.
We have a $10 super chat from Trucker Rob. Says, hello, Raven and Defense Shogun Man. Hello. Nice to see you. Thank you for the $10. We appreciate that.
Yes.
More
money to the microphone fund.
Yeah,
Give us
that's
money.
Where everything's going. To the microphone fund.
Give us money so that I may get a better mic.
Yeah,
or just give us money.
You're not subtle.
Have you met me? I don't know the definition of subtlety.
I mean, you don't know the definition of sarcasm either.
Or volume.
Well, yeah, volume is, we're not even going there. Competition breeds innovation. Exactly. They should be happy about this. You should go, wow, this is crazy. People like this. Let's make our next Pokemon game similar, but let's not use guns. Let's do something else. Let's come. Here's a cool idea. There was a game.
Why don't they make a game from the evil team's point of view for once?
Or here's a cool idea.
Can't you just play as Team Rocket or something?
Here's a cool idea. I believe there was some kind of Pokemon game that involved like Pokemon Rangers. Like they could use tops to like control Pokemon. Why not combine some of the mechanics from all the different games and create a game where you have access to Pokemon tops and Pokemon balls and, you know, and you possess your Pokemon and have them walk with you, battle gym leaders like in an open world. You could do that.
Yeah, they could.
Clearly. Palworld has shown that that's possible. This is Nintendo being petty, I believe.
As I said.
Correct. I'm a Digimon guy anyways. Yeah, people are telling me about
the
Monster
only
Rancher.
The only Digimon I remember is the one with 10 legendary warriors and some sort of prophecy.
I remember.
If anyone knows what I'm talking about. I don't. Was it called Frontier? Because that's literally the only one I actually remember fondly.
I remember Gabumon. Gabumon, Digivolve to Gabuterimon. I don't remember. It was so long ago.
It really was.
I think it was Dragon Quest Monsters. Yes, Dragon's Quest. That's what I meant. I might take this clip out and put it in there. Or I might just whatever. I don't really care. Mitch Ryan says I kind of miss Monster Rancher. Yeah. Microsoft uses this to slow them down. Yeah. Gotta go, friends. Very tired. Have a good night. Thank you, Frank. Thank you for coming, Frank.
Good night,
appreciate you coming here.
And heal up.
Yeah. Did your thing just freeze for a sec, or was it just me?
Mine? I don't know.
Yeah. Your face, your guy, your.
I mean, I see myself blink. I see myself blinking.
Okay. I don't know. I just was noticing it. You have to defend your patent or risk losing it. Yes, but you can selectively choose when to do it. And I think going after Pocketpair is a bad idea because I think that it's going to. I think so many people like the game that unless Nintendo comes out with something that's like on par with it, people are going to be very mad that they get rid of this. Can I patent the letter T? No. We have a $5 super chat from Cesario. JPN says a big factor is cultural. Japanese desire, order, and strictness. Piracy is frowned on in Japan, and Nintendo is banking on this to crush Palworld. I get it.
But this doesn't really count as piracy.
Well, no. Look, it's okay to recognize that Palworld was obviously heavily inspired by Pokemon. Yeah. But trying to take it down because it had, like, if it had, like, creatures that looked similar, okay. Fine, I could get that. But doing it because, well, you throw a ball, whatever. And again, keep in mind, we don't know if this is actually the reason. But if it was, you throw a ball and in this game, and we have a patent on that, like that's just petty. There's no way you can tell me that's okay.
One thing they could do to avoid it is just turn the sphere into a cube.
A Pal cube? I don't know.
I mean, it would work. But
it would.
No one would actually play that.
Shouldn't work. Well, we'll see. Never played Palworld, but I might download it for my Series X Steam Deck and give it a go. It's really good. You will like it. If you're a fan of Ark Survival Evolved or Pokemon or kind of just survival games, it's like a combination of all those things. It's like it scratches all the right itches. And you can put your pals to work for you, and they actually like have to mine and do stuff for you. So you get
literally you turn them into slaves.
Yeah, so it's basically like, imagine if your Pokemon could be harnessed and used to mine rocks for you, or make armor for you, or craft things. It'd be really cool.
Or provide water, fire, electricity.
Yep. Grenades capture the enemy lives, don't they? That's so bad. Raven doesn't need to be subtle. There's a difference between doesn't need to be and cannot be. Am I wrong?
Nope. I never said you were wrong.
Don't get indignant. I'm right.
I never said you were wrong.
I'm late. What did I miss? We just went over Palworld. Nintendo doesn't want competition because it's easier to be complacent and lazy. Yep. Pokemon Snap. Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to get through, guys, because I want to make sure we get to the next topics as well. Is a hostile takeover? It could be. Taylor Swift greater than Disney, Star Wars, and MCU and Doctor Who's waving. Hi.
Hello.
A square ball in a spherical pocket. Not a gamer at all. Even if you're not a gamer, this will have implications on you as well. And that might sound weird to say, but think about it. If you even like play games on your phone, like for example, what if Bejeweled decided that everybody else who ever has matching games, they have a patent on matching, and because Nintendo won this, they were going to make sure that nobody else can have matching games. Again, this is a very strange comparison, and it probably wouldn't hold up in court, but you get the idea. Is that imagine what could be done with this, you know?
Yeah.
You could literally imagine the implications that could happen and how much stuff could be like irreversibly damaged in the gaming industry if this is allowed to go through. So we'll have to figure out and kind of see what exactly patents they are claiming, but it's concerning. It's concerning.
Pretty much, yeah.
But yeah, I just want to clarify, we're not lawyers, so we're just saying about it, you know.
I mean, I work in a law firm, but not in patent law. So
yeah. All right, guys. So now we are going to go into our next new segment, and we will give you kind of give you an idea of what this segment is before we go into it, and we'll kind of explain, and then we're going to obviously go through it and react to something live, and you guys can react too. And it might get clipped out into a short or something. That's the kind of hope, but we'll see. But you guys will be able to contribute to this segment. Actually, you'll be able to submit things to it. So we're going to get into that right now.
I can't believe.
what was
Didn't
that?
want to do that.
Yo, nice.
No.
Nice.
Stop. Bad. Bad Luffy. Okay. So this is what we're going to be calling media therapy. And basically what this is we're going to pick clips that you guys submit. This can be a stream, like something from a trailer. This can be something from like a TikTok that you found. This could be kind of anything you guys find online that you think you want us to react to. Again, obviously, maybe we'll limit it to like 2 or 3 because we're not trying to keep this too long. But we're going to react to certain things live. And obviously, I got to work on how that works. Because obviously it shouldn't have loaded this up without me saying it. So we'll have to figure that out. As far as the soundboard goes, we actually have to look into that. We haven't done that yet.
Yeah, we actually don't have one yet.
Not all guy now got to run chat and host. Well, thank you for coming by. But yeah, so again, this will be a thing that if you guys want to, you guys can actually submit things to. So for example, if you guys see a clip that you'd like us to react to next week, again, we're only going to pick like 2 to 3 of them because we don't want to spend it for too long. But if you guys want us to react to something, tag me, tag Raven on Twitter, and then just
or in our Discord.
Or in our Discord and say hashtag media therapy. And we will know exactly what you mean. So if you see something that you're like, hey, I really want to see what they'd have to say about this, let us know, and maybe we'll react to it.
Yep.
All right. So we're going to react to something right here. So we're going to react to, they recently released, they had the whole week of Netflix Geeked, and they recently released some teasers for certain things. And one of the things they released is a teaser for One Piece Season 2. And we're going to react to it live right here, right now. And about it's in particular, we're not going to react to the entire teaser. We're going to act a part of it because we think it's worth reacting to, and it's a pretty cool thing.
Yes.
So,
now get on with it.
Yeah, I said I was going to say without further ado.
Oh, sorry.
I can't believe who's here to make their debut in season 2. Look at this. Oh my god. This is crazy.
The mic picked up nothing.
It's Chopper! It's Tony Chopper! It's classic Chopper! I'm so excited, it's Chopper!
Yeah, so this is Chopper from One Piece. Obviously, if you guys have watched the anime or read the manga, you know who this is. But this is a sneak peek at Chopper. So we got to see it. He looks good. He looks good. I think they did a good job. It looks like it, at least from the back.
Mm-hmm. They even have that. They even have an antler. They even have fuzz on his antlers. Oh god, that's good accuracy.
Gotta be careful about your mic, honey.
I know. I hate this thing.
Honey.
I mostly just hate that it can never hear me.
Honey, it's because
What?
you speak so loud that our neighbors can hear you.
Screw the neighbors. I'm mostly just excited that we're finally getting Chopper. Adorable little Tony Chopper, Doctor of the Straw Hats.
Now,
so cute.
a lot of people have had some kind of mixed opinions on One Piece. I actually enjoyed it because I'm the kind of person who, for me, when it comes to anime or things that I consume, it needs to have very good pacing for me. If it doesn't,
Yes.
it's got a lot of filler. I can't. So One Piece, as much as I want to, I unfortunately cannot watch it because it is too slow for me. So for this, it actually for me was really good. I enjoyed it. Now, as I said, it's Netflix, so we never know what they're going to do, especially in the second season. But just from looks alone, this looks pretty good. I have no complaints here.
It's really good for me. Feels really good to see Chopper in his old pink hat that he got from his foster dad.
Don't
Oh.
ruin the story for other people. We don't know if other people.
It's their fault for not having watched or read it at this point.
Okay,
Because that part of the anime is 20 years old.
Okay, well, that's great, but let's just react to this. It looks good. You guys can let us know what you think in the comments. We're going to take a look real quick, and then we're going to move on to the next topic. As we said, we want to keep things moving, but this is, as we said, media therapy. You guys can submit things to us. Just tag me, myself, Raven, both of us, and on Twitter or the Discord, and say hashtag media therapy or say something else, whatever you want. But if you say media therapy, we'll know. So okay, let's see what people are dealing with. Funny black furred animals for Raven. Oh gosh. We have a $5. What is it doing? Okay, I'm gonna have to remove this. I apologize.
Yeah.
Reason it doesn't. Okay. We have a $5 super chat from Olympus Golem of Light. First rule of One Piece: no plan survives contact with Luffy, no matter if it's a friend or foes. That's kind
That
of
is true. That is very true.
And thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Macy Van Dennison with a $5 super chat. Gotta go. Y'all have a superb stream and have a splendid night, morning, afternoon, evening, depending on your rotation of your location. I like that line. That line's good.
Yes. It is a good line.
But thank you for the $5 super chat. It's appreciated. And yeah, a bunch of people are reacting to Chopper. Why no Chopper voice? I don't know. I think it's very early to kind of know what they're gonna do.
Yeah,
I'm just,
Chopper is supposed to sound like a child because he technically is. So, whoever plays him is going to have to be a little more high pitched. Pretty sure it's actually a woman who voices him. So
I think we'll be okay. I'm really hoping. Look, what Netflix likes to do is they like to kind of bring agenda stuff into the second season of shows because they feel like they can now that they've got people hooked. So that's my only concern. But if they are anywhere near the quality of the first season, and again, I know some people had problems with it, and if you don't like it, that's totally cool. But for me, I'm hoping that it's decent because I'd like to watch it. And the last season, for me, was pretty good, and I could follow it, and I enjoyed it, and it was.
I just finished the Wano arc of the anime, and I enjoyed live action One Piece because Oda-sama made sure it stayed true to the source material, and he's doing the same thing with this season. So it was actually very good, and like my husband said, he hates slow anime. So for him, the live action was way better for him. I tried getting him to watch the anime. He gave up after 5 episodes.
I'm sorry. I enjoy the story. I think the story's great. The problem is I just cannot get into filler. I can't. So for example, here's another anime I didn't watch, Free Ren. Everybody raves about it. There's a bunch of reasons why we don't like that, but at the same time, it's also the fact that it's just not for me. It's got so much, nothing happens.
Seriously, nothing happens. It's so boring.
Corey says
is boring as hell. I do not understand how people like it.
How do we pronounce this name? I don't know how to pronounce it.
Iñaki Godoy?
I know that's the person who plays Monkey D. Luffy, and I agree with what you're saying there, but I do not know how in the world to pronounce that. Are they not trying to cancel us because they hire a Russian actor? Yes, I saw that. That's ridiculous.
Wait, the Russian actor? Who's Russian?
There's apparently a Russian actor. I haven't looked into it. There's apparently this controversy. I'll look into it at some point. I'm on Raven's side on this one, even though I have no feeling one way or the other about this. The only thing I can say is happy with the fans of this IP.
Thank you.
Does it make me a terrible person by not caring the least about One Piece? No, of course. That's totally fine. Joe Manganiello playing Crocodile. New show, The One Piece on Netflix will condense the story for norming folk. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that they're also going to do that. It's cast very well. Yep. Free Run has the most generic setting imaginable of the concept you've seen before, and it's boring as hell and nothing happens, and it makes me want to bang my head repeatedly against the wall.
Seriously, we get it. It's after all the excitement happens. But where's the story? Where's the plot? Where's the character motivation? Where's the character desire? Where's the character personality? Where is anything of substance in Free Ren? It's not there. It doesn't exist. Why do you people like it?
I can hear you from the other room.
It's so boring.
Honey, if the neighbors get mad, it's your fault.
Okay.
I will literally push you out the front door and close it behind me and be like,
You really think they're going to be putting the kid to bed at 8 p.m.?
Have you met our neighbors?
Fair point. They're nice though.
But we got one more message before you were gone.
Dennis Straka says, "Nobody panic. The Orc War Boss is finally here. Hello, Master. Get hello, Raven."
And since it's Warhammer,
nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Only you don't care.
I could see Raven emoting give my head. Well, you've met us in person, so you would know.
That is
okay.
true.
Let's go on to the next topic here. We're taking some great time. Thank you all for being here. Just a reminder at this point, if you have not already, let's actually, because we finished the topic, let's take a quick look at what our poll is doing for Palworld. If you guys have not voted in it, we'll check it again.
I wasn't even aware we had a poll today.
We have 43 votes in this poll. And 70% of people, I asked people, hit that like button. Also, do you think Nintendo's losses against Palworld will succeed? And I gave yes, Palworld is in trouble. No, Nintendo won't get away with it, or too soon to know. And 70% say too soon to know. 16% say no, Nintendo won't get away with it. And 14% say Palworld's in trouble. Whoever you are, I will hunt you down. But no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, just before we move on to the next topic here, just a quick reminder for those people who are just stopping in, please remember to like the stream.
What do you think of this? You like it?
All right, so let's get on to the second topic here, and then we'll move on after that to our second new topic. So yeah, we'll get into that right now. Agatha All Along features a talented cast led by Kathryn Hahn, but despite its stylish, nostalgic atmosphere, the show falls short with rushed storytelling and shallow character development, ultimately wasting the potential of its excellent ensemble.
All I can say is, that's not how witches do things!
Okay, so let's address a couple things here, okay? So first off, if you are someone who watched Agatha All Along and you enjoyed it, you are more than welcome to enjoy it. We have no problem with you enjoying it. However, there are some concerns with the show.
Yeah.
Now,
That's an understatement.
want to clarify, one of them is not the song. I think it's cringe, but I get it. I'm not offended by it. At least they can sing.
It's autotune.
Okay, better than the power of one, the power of two, the power of many.
Which was also auto-tuned.
Yes, but it's definitely more palatable. However,
I suppose.
there was some interesting choices made. For example, if you'll notice on the left, you will notice that there is a blurred out image of Kathryn Hahn as Agatha not wearing anything. Because yes, we need nudity in a Marvel show. Keep in mind, who are Marvel shows marketed towards? Like teenagers and whatever, I would imagine. Now, again, not saying there's anything wrong with teenagers seeing this. I just think it's a very interesting creative choice.
Yeah. Also, not something that needed to be there. Witches are only supposed to be naked in front of their bonfires at night when they're casting their spells and rituals. And the said spells and rituals do not require singing in a choir. That's not how chanting works.
Yeah, I kind of agree. And the thing that is getting most people to talk about this is we have to talk about the Variety reporter, who, by the way, is also the same Variety reporter who talked to Rachel Ziegler, where we got the famous weird clip from. And
really?
Yes, and was also the one who talked to Leslie Headland before she was taken in to make the Acolyte, basically, and he asked her, and she was saying, "Yes, please, Queen Kathleen Kennedy," and I like all the Star Wars. It's the same guy.
He went
around. Yes, it is. He went around to every actor in the show. And basically, his only question was, I watched the first episode, that Agatha All Along is the gayest Marvel show ever. Do you agree?
It's a psyop, isn't it?
And of course, all of them said yes. Some of them kind of tried to deflect. But, again, here's the thing that bothers me. Okay, I do not care if you put gay people into a show or whatever you want to do if it's written well. I think we can all agree on that. However, you never hear people going, "Attention, there is a white male in this show and he is straight and you should watch it because there's a straight white male in the show." You don't hear it because it doesn't make sense.
And also because no one cares.
Exactly. Nobody cares. And again, they keep pushing this thing that we want to normalize this, okay? Normalization means that if you want people to accept this, you do not make a fuss about it. You just do it.
Yeah, and them always making a fuss about it is actually what leads to the opposite of what they really want.
Exactly. And it makes people not watch. So, of course, a lot of people were just saying kind of like, hey, this is ridiculous. This is literally the Acolyte all over again, which, of course, brought out the Acolyte weirdos who haven't shut up since this whole thing started. And look, it's too soon to tell. The whole show's not out yet, but it seems weird. It's not my cup of tea. I think it's strange. I think following up Deadpool and Wolverine with this was not the smartest move.
Also, if you're going to have a show about witches, you're supposed to release it in October, not September, even though September technically is Halloween Eve.
True. But here's also another thing. I am waiting for another show to come out because I know people are going to ask me to review it. They have a show finished for ages, and it's sat on the shelf along with Agatha, but Agatha sees the light of day, and the other one has not. Ironheart. I have been told multiple times by multiple sources that Ironheart is awful. It is so bad that they are doing everything they can to not release it because
can't
they
just can it and turn it into a tax write-off or something?
No, they unfortunately cannot. They've tried it with multiple things and they cannot do so because they already went out there and said, oh my God, look, we have a black actress. Look, we're so special. And if they were to can it, it would get backlash. So they're kicking the can down the road and we'll have to see kind of where that goes. But right now, this is what we get. It's like, what do you want me to say? It's not for me. It wasn't made for me and we won't watch it. But then, of course, if we don't watch it, then you cannot get mad at us when the show doesn't do well because there's not enough of you to actually keep the show alive because you didn't actually care about the show. You care about the representation.
Yes. And again, this is not how witches operate. Perhaps you should have consulted with an actual witch. Just saying.
But you see, all witches are queer, don't you know? Like
no, they are not.
That was another comment we got from the interview. With this guy.
Are not. It has
honestly,
they have nothing to do with each other. That was such a leap.
Honestly, here's what I'm going to say to end off here with this. I'm going to say this. If I was Marvel and I'm seriously trying to change things and I just have a couple things left in the pipeline to get out there, I would find whoever that Variety reporter was and I would just make sure that he got a talking to or take away his access because he's not doing you any favors.
Or, you could just get a hitman.
No, we're not doing that.
Or why don't you just get an actual witch to put a hex on him so that he can never speak again? Like actual witches would do. Like actual witches would do.
That's great, honey. We're moving on from this topic. Please don't sue us. All right, let's get on to what we're seeing in here. We have Scribe of Light says, good evening at Gothic Therapy. Have a great show. Thanks for stopping by.
There.
Always see you around Twitter. We should talk. We should talk sometime. Because you cover psychology stuff as well. We should talk. The power of one, the power of two, the power of many. So many that they couldn't get a second season. The entire show was hyper-focused on sexual identity over story writing, in my humble orky opinion. I agree. The acting looks bad, and telling Raven witches are inherently queer may not go over well.
You think? I don't know if the mic picked me up at all throughout that, but no, I am not happy. I am not happy at all.
I'm not happy, Bob. Not happy.
Honey, can I hex someone?
No.
Aw. Can I do it with can I at least whack him with a shovel?
No.
What about a broom?
Also no.
You're no fun.
That was a Tookus I never needed to see. Yep. Thankfully, it's blurred out here, but trust me, it was not in the show. It was fully bared for everybody to see.
And that's supposed to be geared towards teens? Oh, dear.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll give him this, okay? You've made my title for me. As you can see in the title of the show, it says Palworld sued Agatha bears all. Now you know what that means. Congratulations. You never wanted to know.
True.
Auto-tuned to the witches wrote it back. Zero reason she to be naked. Agreed.
Uh-huh.
Why even make a show at Agatha? Good question.
She's supposed to be a supporting character.
Skyclad is optional and very dated. The same thing for the Acolytes. You can't watch it without being an istrophobe. Yep.
Guess that means I'm an istrophobe.
The Variety reporter should be fired from anyone who wanted to be legit, so it's no shock he works for a show company. Honestly, you can tell, and I'm not trying to be mean here, but you can tell this guy clearly, you can tell where his loyalties lie. Let's just put it that way, from how he talks. A toxic positivity. It's funny. Nobody noticed. Everybody's been throwing around that term, but nobody noticed the person who mentioned it first. Weeks before it became in popular discourse.
And that would be my husband, master of the TDS.
If you
the
search
first person. That also happened with Schadenfreude. When the first time we used Schadenfreude as a diagnosis, suddenly that word popped up a lot more.
Well, I think we just noticed that more. But this one, I know for a fact that there was something that came out recently that people were talking about toxic positivity. But I just find it interesting that, a week before that, I mentioned it. Weird. It's almost like I might know things and just can't talk about them. And so I hint to them in very obscure ways.
Yeah, because if we told people what you really do, things would go to hell.
We're not getting into that. Okay, they want to make the world gay, probably. Gays have been around forever. It's not new. Exactly. They had normalization. They want queers to be worshipped. That's true. Wasn't an issue for decades. BlackRock is behind Hollywood throwing crap out that's out there endlessly. Someone has to be funding these bombs after all. Yep. Another coincidence with this show is Agatha's action figure somehow sold out on Hasbro Pulse. I doubt it.
Say what?
I doubt it. If you judge by color orientation, good or bad, you're an ist or a phobe. No, it's only if they believe you are one. Because if they said you're not, then you're not. They have to go forward, otherwise they have to admit they were wrong. Exactly. The reporter was seriously trying hard to push gay agenda if it was a challenge. Some people were saying that they were wondering if this person wasn't potentially something like a plant, like doing it on purpose.
Seemed like it to me. It definitely seemed like it.
I'm not looking forward to the future of Marvel Entertainment's dead horse at this point. I've heard there are some changes going on, so we'll see.
It's not so much a dead horse as it is in the process of becoming glue.
Agatha's Marvel's acolyte is the gayest. Insert nobody cares clip here. Oh, okay. You want me to put it in here?
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
That's actually a good use for it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Send that crab with a knife over it. It's technically the actions of the crab. Wasn't toxic positivity when you're doing this of the week? Maybe. It's all because they only had one. That's probably true. I think it's leftover from a lost time when cancel culture worked. They try, but let's just put it this way, guys. I'm not going to give details. I'm working on my next bot video, and it's a doozy. So just it's a doozy. Put it this way. To anybody who's watching this, any of our haters who are watching this or try to take clips from this out of context,
and we know you are. We know you are.
Advice for you. You're not very hidden. I can see pretty much everything you do, and I don't even have to try. And I'm going to say this, okay? You really should be careful who you're associating with and what you're trying to do, because if something were to come out that might make certain people look very, very bad, you go down with the ship. Just throwing it out there. To clarify, you will go down. Let me clarify this for people who are stupid and I said that in my mostly haters who won't get this. I'm going to be doing something that's going to make you all look stupid. I would suggest you stop making it easier for me. Thank you.
They already make themselves look stupid without your help.
At least give me a challenge. Come on.
They can't. They're too intellectually stunted.
I'm looking forward to the bot runner. I'll be stealing the bot runner. The nobody cares clip. I'll give credit. You don't have to give credit. It's a clip I took from somewhere. I don't have to use it whatever you want.
It's from Sonic.
From Sonic the Hedgehog. The movie. It's Dr. Robotnik. Nobody cares. Happy day to you, Master Raven. Happy day to you, Happy Dino.
Hey, Dino. Give your dog a cuddle for us.
Gay witches in Star Wars and gay witches in Marvel. I'm sensing a theme. Where are we going to see them next? Snow White? No. You see, in Snow White, it's going to be well. Technically, I mean, I guess you could call Rachel Ziegler a witch, but not like in an actual cool term. Like she's just a witch. And
the only cool thing about that upcoming movie is Gal Gadot's evil queen, because she actually looks awesome and looks the part.
I'm not convinced Artery Plaza down with the woke nonsense. Her interviews, she seems to be trolling. That's true. Look, I don't really care. This isn't for me. I'm not going to watch it. And I'm going to be told also I'm going to be blamed for it not doing well when it doesn't do well. So just throwing it out there. I didn't watch it. Don't get mad at me. Be pretty interesting. Okay, let's move on to our next segment here. And this one's going to be our new segment. It is going to be game therapy, and we'll kind of explain to you what we're going to do with this as well. So we'll get into that right now. All right, so this is game therapy, and basically what we're going to do is we're going to react to games, so either game trailers or clips from games, maybe a funny clip from a game or whatever. This time, I found a game that popped up on my timeline. It appears to be a Kickstarter campaign, okay?
Mhm.
And it's not out yet, and again, we were not. No one gave us any money to do this or anything. I want to make that very, very clear, okay? Nobody told us to do this or not. So I just saw it pop up in my feed and it looked interesting. So I thought we would address it. So I'm going to leave a link to it for you guys. If you want to go get notified when it comes out on Kickstarter, you can. But yeah, that's kind of the idea. We're going to react to a clip from that game and kind of give our thoughts on it. And then we see what you guys have to say.
Mhm.
And we'll kind of go from there. But as we said, let us know if you guys have any video game trailers that come out or anything gaming clip related that you want us to react to. Tag us on Twitter and hashtag game therapy. And again, we're not being endorsed by anybody to promote this game or anything like that. So we're just saying that ahead of time. So let's get into the game. Is called Into the Inferno. And we're going to react to that clip from their trailer live.
It reminds me so much of Stardew Valley. Seriously, tell me I'm wrong. This looks like Stardew Valley. It looks like Stardew Valley's mine levels.
So this is Into the Inferno. It looks like Stardew Valley. It looks a little bit like a kind of Zelda thing. Here, I am putting a link in the chat. You guys can go check it out. It is not out yet. It is. You can get up to be notified for it. They also have a Twitter page. So if you want, and again, no pressure, if you want, comment on one of their posts and let them know that you're interested in the game and where you saw it. Because you never know what we can get out of that. But yeah, it looks very Stardew Valley-esque, as my wife said. It also kind of gets a Zelda vibe, as a lot of people are saying in the chat.
I'm not familiar with old Zelda. So
a lot of people are saying how it looks Zelda-like.
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with older Zelda.
I get that you're not familiar with it, but
I'm telling them.
So I know.
I'm telling them I'm not.
Okay, but they saying it seems like Zelda, and we saying it looks like Stardew Valley, and it does. It kind of gives off that vibe. And discount code out there. Maybe you never know. I mean,
Who knows?
These guys are relatively small, but look, we spend so much time bashing, people who do woke games or whatever. So if I see a game that looks interesting, I'm going to talk about it. And we weren't paid. No one paid us to do this. We just thought it looked cool, and it looks interesting. So I wanted to, and again, they're on Twitter. Let me put out the link again for anybody. Again, it's not out. You do not have to pay anything yet, but if you want to sign up for it, there's more information on their page there. You can check it out. It looks cool. I'd definitely be interested. It looks kind of like my kind of game, potentially. So I might actually play this if it comes out, if I'm interested. So I'm definitely going to sign up to be notified for it. But yeah, we want to share this with you guys and kind of get your opinion on it. And again, if you want to go on Twitter, they have a Twitter page linked on their Kickstarter page, and you can let them know where you saw it.
Yes.
We might flip it out.
Do it.
But let's see what people are saying here. Where are all these badass traditions coming from? They were made by me. I used the program. I didn't make them myself. I used the program, so it's not like a crazy thing, but I did have it. We got a $20 super chat from WikiPedia. Says, I just gave you money to promote it. Well, you're not the developer of the game, so it doesn't count. But thank you so much. I thought you guys were going to talk smack about Dragon Age's ugly character creator for a second. Yeah, look, we want it. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this once. Obviously, we're Jewish. You could probably understand some of our opinions, but we get enough hate as is, and we're not necessarily, it's not a topic that we're that interested in. I haven't played Dragon Age. I have no interest in it. I think that the whole pushing things in games is silly. I think it's not necessary, but we're going to not necessarily talk about it because, again, it's just, I don't feel like I have anything personally to contribute to it. And with that in mind, do I have an opinion on it? Yeah, it's not my kind of game. And I wasn't interested in it to begin with. And I think what they're doing is weird and silly, but you know what? Let them do whatever they want. I think it's dumb. And a lot of other people have called it out and done much better job at it than we'll ever do. So, Master Raven, have any of you picked up and played Lollipop Chainsaw Repop? It's so flipping good. Truly a remaster done right. I've heard about it. I'm not so sure if it's my kind of game. I'm more into survival exploration games.
I mean, I like hack and slash games, but I will be honest, I prefer when I'm playing a male protagonist because it actually makes more sense for them to be the hack and slash characters. Plus, it's more fun.
Faustus Sola says, I could see Nintendo going after people who looks like Zelda. Yeah, exactly. Good point. Link to the Past is best die on that hill. Did Raven set fired everything on that level?
No, wasn't me. I plead the fifth.
Go to their Twitter and tag them and say make @WritingRaven a level boss. Let's do it. Make Raven a level boss.
That would be cool.
And sell the new Zelda game. A Link to the Past is one of the best 2D platforms ever. Raven, do I need to send you a master? Not an SNES Classic. You're loaded with classic Nintendo games. That's besides the journals I picked up. I need to send you on payday when I get the shipping. You don't not it. I meant modded. I'll be completely honest.
What? He tagged me in something on Discord. He makes handmade leather-bound journals, and I want one.
I got it. I'm just saying nobody has to feel obligated to send us stuff, but we do have a PO box, so you can do that. I was confused by Maximus. Ugh, I ruined that one. Sorry. Ultra Maximus. I thought this said Palworld suit. I was like, he's doing this 30-year-old documentary of a series about that. Okay, whatever. Leave me alone. Documentary series about dinosaurs. Nope, it's Nintendo suing Palworld for that game.
I don't blame you for thinking it said Paleo.
And Days Die 1.0 is fun. I haven't played the new version yet. I just kind of haven't been interested.
My current obsession is Idle Wizard. It's a lot of fun.
You got female characters have that booty, and most gamers are male.
Well, I'm the opposite.
It was using the heavy flavor.
I mean, I prefer, honestly, I'll be honest, I prefer them with their armor on, because I am a happily married woman.
I feel like we're getting into weird topics here, so I'm just going
to...
I'm just going to pretend I didn't hear anything. I've been having fun with Lollipop, but I think it's not for everyone. It's wild. It's not probably my kind of thing. All right.
It reminds me of Sucker Punch, honestly.
We're doing well again. Again, just a reminder, everybody who wants to, please, as just a reminder that any donations you guys send is going to our microphone fund.
Yes, please send us more.
I actually have here. I'll turn this on just for a minute. You guys may notice something popped up above my head on the stream. At Raven's Microphone Fund, I actually have a secret, not so secret, Ko-Fi that you guys can go to. I offer nothing special there, but people were asking ways to send me money, so that is a way to do so. I'm not leaving it on because, as I said, it's not necessary, but you guys can feel free to do so if you want, or anybody who watches the stream later and wasn't able to contribute during it. If you want to go there, you can. It's up to you. Let's move on to the second to last segment here. Weird topics are best topics.
Why is your Ko-Fi not in your link tree?
It is, I'm pretty sure.
It's not.
Oh, well, I'll have to fix that.
Your PayPal is in there, but I know what your PayPal link actually is. Oh, toss a coin to your therapist. There it is.
Oh wait, no. Percent of what? It didn't say anything crazy. It said 3% of 300 goal. We only need $300, and it's 3% because I don't. Again, we could. That's about how much we have left that we need.
And also because YouTube takes 30% of what you give us.
Can't see the address.
There it is.
The address is below this. The address for the Ko-Fi is here. If you're talking about the address to send us stuff in regards to the PO box, that will be in the description. But yeah,
or in the about page on our main YouTube channel.
Let's get into our second to last topic, and we have a transition for this one as well. So we'll get into it. Wednesday Season 2 is confirmed for release in 2025, featuring Jenna Ortega's return as Wednesday Addams alongside an expanded cast with new characters, more supernatural elements, and a darker, more twisted storyline expected to unfold.
At least they're finally moving away from the stupid love triangle. But there is something happening that we called last season, and we still have not gotten an apology for.
Yes,
Tim Burton is only directing the first 4 episodes of season 2, just like he did for season 1. I'm not happy about that.
Well, so yeah, apparently Tim Burton only directs the first 4 episodes of the season. He did that last season, and he did this.
And no one believed us about last season. No one believed us.
Yeah, well, believe us now because he's doing it again. Again, keep in mind, only 4 episodes. So the entire thing is not directed by Tim Burton. And if you say it is, you're lying and you just don't want to admit it. But
you heard it here.
Let's get into the important thing to mention here, okay? Let's address the elephant in the room. If you've been on the channel for any length of time, you might know that we have an unfinished Wednesday review that we've never finished. And at some point...
It's so boring!
Okay. Anyways...
Yes, I know. At some point, we need to finish that review. But I don't want to watch it again. Uncle Fester looks terrible. Morticia is terrible. And Pugsley isn't Pugsley, and there's so much stupidity and things that wouldn't happen. And what?
Oh God!
What?
Look in the.
You're not supposed to be doing that while we're in the middle of a topic.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Well,
it's just so boring and bad.
Well, at some point, we're going to end up re-reviewing it, and we'll probably take, we'll probably do like a season, like not a season overview. We'll probably kind of do either an episode by episode thing, but we'll do it like quickly or whatever. And we'll probably make the other ones.
Because the hour-long format just did not work. It was torture.
And we'll probably make those ones members only for people who want to see. But something interesting about this season, which I actually wanted to talk about, is the fact that I've heard, and it's been confirmed, that one of my favorite actors is returning to the Addams Family franchise, and that would be Christopher Lloyd.
He played Uncle Fester in the 90s movies.
Yes.
And he is a good Uncle Fester. Way better than the one we got in this stupid show.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm hoping they don't do anything to character assassinate him. But Christopher Lloyd is a great actor.
He's just coming in to play Grandpa Addams, because since they already have someone playing Uncle Fester, they should bring him in as Grandpa Addams, because I don't know if they can do that with John Astin. I think John Astin is... I don't even know if John Astin is still alive, to be honest. So...
Look, I'm going to be completely honest, and I'm good. People might hate me for this, but I'm going to be honest here, okay?
All right.
This show, Wednesday, is a mediocre at best show. The reason it is elevated at all is because of Jenna Ortega.
And partly Luis Guzman. Luis Guzman did surprise us with his Gomez performance. But
a lot
for
of
the
people
most part,
but for the most part,
Jenna is the one who carries this whole thing. She plays a very good Wednesday.
And what was his name of the guy again who played Gomez? You just said his name?
Louise Guzman.
Louise Guzman, actually, a lot of people didn't like him because they felt that
he surprised us.
Can I finish?
Sorry.
Louise Guzman people didn't like him because they kind of felt he didn't like he doesn't have the same body proportions as the original Gomez from like the most popular movies and whatever, but he does resemble Gomez from the comics, so I think he did a pretty good job with that in mind.
Yeah. In all the more recent Addams Family stuff, they've been trying to go back to the original comic strip because I guess that's what the Addams estate wants people to do. So for basically casting Louise Guzman was to be more accurate to the comic strip. And if that's the case, they should have cast someone else as Morticia because Catherine Zeta-Jones is a terrible Morticia.
Well,
she's not.
The reason she's a terrible Morticia is because she can't act.
Well, that's for one. She also has terrible chemistry with her Gomez. She doesn't look the part. She's not nearly pale enough. She is so petty and doesn't even offer to help dig a grave. That doesn't sound like Morticia.
Honey, your bike is cutting off again.
And I'm getting so angry.
Yeah, I don't know why you're getting so angry, but I will say this. I would call Catherine Zeta-Jones acting. I'd call her acting plastic, but in her case, it actually might be a correct term because I'm pretty sure that
plastic and Botox. Lots of plastic and Botox in that, for sure.
Plastic acting, plastic person. What do you know? We will review this when it comes out, and we'll probably, when it actually gets announced closer, we'll probably do kind of an episode recap of, maybe a recap of season 1, or we'll do like an episode by episode short or review, and we'll make the longer ones members only for people who are interested. But we haven't finished that. We will get to it at some point,
eventually.
but not now. But yeah,
I'm dreading this.
Okay,
I look forward to it, and I am dreading it.
Okay, well, let's get to what was going on during it, and I'll cut that part out. Don't worry, that whatever, because someone decided to give us a lot of money. So here we have Wookie Be Bad with a $50 super chat. He said, "Here's more." So all I'm gonna
Thank you for the money.
All I'm gonna say is this is my response.
It's a pretty accurate response for you.
Thank you, but you don't have to do that, but we appreciate it. This reminds me, I really like Beetlejuice 2. It was funny. It was good. It was good. We did a review of it. We have 2 reviews. We have a spoiler-free review, and we have a regular review, which we think was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh. Speaking of Wednesday, Monster High made a Wednesday doll. Yeah.
Honey?
What?
The Ko-Fi is $50.
I know. I noticed. That's what I was trying to tell you while that was happening.
Well, it doesn't say so on the thing. I only noticed that just now.
Yes, that's what I was noticing. Okay, that's what we're going to get to in just a sec. We just got a donation on Ko-Fi from Neo Dark Matter, who says, "You are the cutest couple on YouTube," and my response will be, "I will shut this thing down."
No. Your PayPal link on your link tree is a troll. People need a way to send us money. Not enough people know about my link tree, which has a viable PayPal link, by the way.
I just said I will shut this thing down, so help me, but thanks. But he said $50. You guys are nuts. Thank you. You didn't have to do that. Raven, you must face your fears and finish the season. I don't want to.
Please don't beg me.
Just the season over at this point. No, honestly, the reason we'll have to redo it, and I'll tell you, to be completely honest, I've totally forgotten it.
Yeah, more or less me too.
Do a critical drinker type review, 10 minutes and done. Yep, that's what we're kind of the idea. I didn't think it was that bad. Far from perfect, but I got some entertainment. It wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad show, but let's be honest. If Jenna Ortega wasn't in it, you wouldn't want to watch it. Let's be honest. It would be a CW drama, like Hogwarts thing. There would be nothing there. Okay? Still haven't seen it. You're not missing anything. John Aston is still alive.
Oh, good.
Not a fan of Lee Guzman. Look, I think that he.
A lot of
looks
people
like,
weren't.
I think that I get why people don't like him, and it's totally cool. But I
More
think that he
people,
does
more people. Yeah, it's just because more people are people. Most people are more familiar with either the '60s TV show or the '90s movies. Most people don't know that it was based off of a comic strip from the 1930s. Most people have no idea about that. I do. So I know that this is just more accurate to the comic strip. Except for, of course, Catherine Zeta-Jones, who should not be Morticia. You want to know who I wish got the part of Morticia and Gomez? Eva Green and Johnny Depp.
that would have never happened.
The two actors who both have worked with Tim Burton before would have been the perfect casting. And we're never going to get that, which is sad.
Not gonna lie, Jenna Ortega is the only reason to give this show a watch. Without her, it would be dead on arrival. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Look, I don't think it's a bad show, but let's be honest. Take Jenna Ortega out, and it would be a bland show that no one would watch. So it literally is the only thing. And yeah, she is pushing for the Wednesday character to follow canon. I know some people don't like her because of some of her comments in her past and blah blah blah. I didn't look into it because I don't really care. But well, look, I don't have to like the actress. I can appreciate that she does a good job or some of the things that she says. That's all. I don't have to like the person. Someone said Christopher Lloyd is a great Fester and evil Klingon. Yep.
He's a Klingon too?
Yeah,
also, did you know, also, if anyone has watched Cyber Chase, did you know that Christopher Lloyd voiced Hacker?
Yeah, I didn't know that. Christopher Lloyd was the voice of Hacker in cyberspace.
Isn't that awesome?
The Hacker to you. He was actually Christopher Lloyd. I could not believe that. That was amazing.
I know.
Catherine Zeta-Jones is a great act. Wait, she just looks good. Or at least she used to not look so plastic. I'm going to bed. Good night, Master Raven.
Good night. Say hi to your dog for us.
Yeah, it was not me. Okay, good. Best therapy for Master is a donation. No, it's not. Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming.
It's exposure therapy.
It's not
exposure therapy.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Send us more exposure therapy, aka donations to the microphone.
Jenna defended the lore. Enough said. That's great. You must face it, finish it, search your feelings. You know it to be true. No. I'm familiar with the comic, just not a fan of their casting besides Jenna. Look, as I said, that's totally fair. I do think though, he has the right attitude for Gomez at certain points. You had to give him credit for that. Like, I think he does portray the attitude of Gomez pretty decent at some points. Like, yeah, that's what I like. That's what surprised me about it. He was also himself in the Back to the Future cartoon. Actually, he was in the Back to the Future cartoon as Doc Brown, but the character in the show was not played by him. Was voiced by actually the person who I believe voiced Homer Simpson. So just a fun fact for you guys. Yes, I know all this stuff. Christopher Lloyd's everywhere.
It was also the introduction of Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Yeah, Christopher Lloyd's everywhere. Also, I got Spirit Halloween the movie. I think that's it. Wait, did we get this? Time to have fun. A $10 super chat from Wookie Be Bad.
Well, I wrote it down, if that's what you mean.
You're nuts. You people are nuts.
Are you secretly rich or something?
No, you're just secretly nuts.
No,
then again, let me see.
Well, if that is the case, perhaps you should check yourself into our clinic.
Right? No, I'm gonna say, is it time to have fun? Here's my response.
Yeah, pretty much.
Jackie Chan didn't voice Jackie Chan in Chan Adventures. Yeah, that's funny. Okay, we're gonna get into our last. I'm publicly nuts. That's great.
Well, if you want, regardless of how crazy you are, come and check yourselves into our clinic. I need to show them the link.
Yeah. Okay, look, there's a link in the chat. Go do link stuff.
Come join our clinic. Join the insanity.
Okay, we're gonna get into our last thing. We're going to the diagnosis of the week that I always end up messing up.
I sent you your line.
My line. Yes, please tell everybody that I'm reading a line now. That makes me feel so much better. I'll just leave.
Keep messing it up. Hey, he's the one who just said he keeps messing it up. Just saying.
I may have asked you privately to give me that so that I could have it so I wouldn't forget, not to announce it to everybody in the stream that I'm reading a line because I can't remember my own line.
Sorry. You can just bad kitty me.
No, here's what I'm going to say.
You bunch of losers!
That works.
Or better yet, no, here's a good one for you. Here's a good one for you, honey. This is what I have to say to you right now.
Hello? Hello? Anybody home? Hey, think with fly, think.
Yeah, that too.
Announce it anyways. No.
I embarrassed him and I shouldn't.
It's fine, honey. I'm just saying next time don't have to do that.
Meow.
Okay, but now we're going to get into, we actually have a transition for this one as well. So
Woohoo!
we'll get into that right now.
And now it is time for the diagnosis of the week.
And where we take the events from the week and relate them to a mental illness.
Because Hollywood is full of them, and you should be aware.
Hang on one second. Let me remove that. And we have an interesting diagnosis for this week.
Do tell.
So the diagnosis for this week is bureaucratic inertia.
Please explain.
So bureaucratic inertia refers to the tendency of organizations or systems to persist with established practices, procedures, and structures despite changes in circumstance or the availability of more effective alternatives. This inertia often arises from a resistance to change due to factors such as institutional resistance, fear of disruption, the complexity of making changes, and a comfort with the status quo.
In relation to today's topics, with the Palworld lawsuit, bureaucratic inertia is evident as Nintendo's ongoing legal action against the game's developer reflects the company's reluctance to adapt to new market realities and resolve its competitive concerns through more modern, flexible approaches.
With Agatha all along, bureaucratic inertia is evident as Marvel's persistent emphasis on the show's queer representation, despite criticisms of its storytelling and character development, highlights the company's tendencies to prioritize pandering to demographics over genuine narrative innovation.
And with Wednesday Season 2, bureaucratic inertia is evident as the decision to have Tim Burton direct only the first 4 episodes and the reliance on Jenna Ortega's star power from the previous season, despite her crucial role in its success, reflect a reluctance to adapt and innovate, potentially leading to a continuation of mediocrity.
Yep, and that's pretty much it, honey. Paladin just checked in and saying they're having a problem with the Discord.
You're not having a
okay.
problem. It's specifically set up that way.
Yeah, unfortunately, guys, we basically we had to make the Discord a bit more airtight because we had invasions at some point, and people got mad at me for exposing their secret Discord. So
especially, it also didn't help after our doxing. But I specifically made it so that you cannot comment until you are given a role, or see anything until you're given a role. So thank you for letting me know that you checked in. You are now free to roam.
Yeah, and as I was saying, we had Raven runs the Discord. So if you guys want to go there, there's a bunch of different channels and stuff. If you're a creator and you want to go there and drop your videos in our whatever, you can do that as well.
It's called referrals. Make sure you do that in referrals. Otherwise, just have fun. It's
therapy themed. That's what we do.
Yes.
Being stubborn. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We've always done it that way. As a business professor, I know bureaucratic inertia well. It pairs dangerously with the sunk cost fallacy. Yep, it does. It absolutely does. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I did make one small little change to our outro at the very end. If anybody who wants to wait till the end will get a very special clip. But yeah, so if you want to wait for that, you can. Thanks everybody for being here. Obviously, we will see you guys again next week, and there'll be videos up on the channel based off of things here. And just so people know, we did want to announce this earlier, but we didn't. People have been asking us to have on guests. we're not necessarily going to do that, at least for now.
At least not for this show. At some point, maybe if we decide to do another kind of stream, like a random stream, if we ever have the time, maybe we'll have a guest on.
You know what we should do? You know
What should we do?
We should get Little Platoon on and then do really, really bad
Fairy tales
and watch his brain melt.
Oh, yes. That
Go
would be awesome.
Anybody who wants to go.
Anyone who wants to come on to have their brain melted. From
No.
tears.
Go bug Little Platoon and tell him he should come on with us for that, because that'd be funny. But we also are considering at some point making it where once a month, once every 2 months, we have one of these shows where we actually allow members to come on with us to chat. So maybe that'll be a thing as well. We're working on it. We're working on it.
Yes. Work in progress, people. This has been a shorter stream than usual.
No, it's about an hour and a half. That's exactly the amount of time we want. But yeah. Oh, thank you. But yeah, we appreciate all of you. You'll see videos. You'll see us on Twitter and whatever. And yeah, I think that's it. Anybody who wants to can stay till the very, very end of the outro for a special surprise. But otherwise, make sure to share out the stream, invite your friends.
And thank you for all the microphone donations. It is much appreciated.
We will probably hopefully be able to order it soon. So that would be great.
I hope so.
That's all we have.
More money.
That's all we got. That's all we got for you guys right now. Before Raven does anything else that I'll regret, we're gonna head off. But thank you all for being here. We appreciate it. Thank you for all the support, all the donations, everything. And
everyone, have a good night.
TikTok, the stream ends with midnight chimes. Pixelated therapy, cross digital lines. Hit subscribe for the void to make sense. Comment your woes, a form of recompense. Like the shadows merge in the twilight's haze, our channel's a refuge, a weird therapy maze. Can't pay a shrink, we got you fam. Laughs and guidance in this goth jam. Like the video break, the algorithm style, share with your crew. Escape life's hell, from spooky memes to advice obscure. Here's your dark solace of humor as a cure. Own the night with our ghastly delight. Vendor of laughs in the negative light. Darker than your overcooked roast. Sub to the channel that you love the most. Belt holes, it's the end time fair. But your issues, leave them right there. Strings of crypt, bury your dread. Return tomorrow for the undead.
I think it was Dostoevsky who said, "Later,